Intellectual pack. Assemble.
The garrison said they take another 100 of the pitch box.
Those whites will...
To the Vale it is, then.
Looks like you've got a thirst. We can remedy that.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Enough talk. How about we...
Fancy a peek behind the veil, my lord?
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically?
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent, and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
Haven't seen any of those beastly blue-eyed fiends. Do be careful.
Well, the tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
It's empty. Why am I not surprised? A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to. The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Moats of Water.
The Moats of Water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty. So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to...
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
All right, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day. And that concludes our little voyage. We're here. It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Mm. Mm.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
Mm.
I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself, then?
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sombrek, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home. Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is-
sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
It's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear. Eh?
If the surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted it.
Stay down!
The worst beware.
Hmm.
Could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Mm. Whew.
Outsiders?
Whew.
Man, never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now. Back to your duties.
Mm.
You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like
Mm.
stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
Boo. Ah. Place is definitely very interesting.
Just you stay away from that temple. Do you hear me?
I'm sorry, but I don't like it. Outsiders?
Look! That one's got a black cape.
Intruders! We must flee!
Look, Nan, it's the outsiders. How long do you think this bridge has been standing here?
Mm.
You used to work on the outside, didn't you? Is it really like the say it is? If you mean filthy, noisy and rank, then no.
The poor things are as pale as...
Welcome to Haven.
The tributary awaits you within the Witten Hall.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyas.
This man, Walyas, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walyas is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Walyas was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately, but instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Are you bound for the Wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
That's very kind.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need.
You are, Sid. I wonder if you could...
With...
Oh, no. He's a... Perhaps, but please.
With...
This... We use them to dye our fabric. You don't need to go...
Two...
Where in the... Oh, I'll have... Oh, if she... Saying that...
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory. If you could have. I hope. Aye.
All right. Excuse me, Pavard.
Go on then.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
No.
Excuse.
Little sure.
Out of-
There's a
Oh,
Hmm.
Ah,
Thank-
what?
Hmm.
it is. They.
Like an
Well, that's 2 basketfuls. Time to visit Pavard.
Come.
It's what we...
The oh. All right then.
You use them for.
Aye, we use it as. That's it. And
Oh.
yes.
Hmm.
What do you think the tributary sees in those outsiders?
How long do you think this bridge is going to... Ma'am, I want to play with the others.
Well, you should have thought about that before making such a mess.
Hear me, mine ancestors.
This must be the path.
They're not here either. It's you.
You-
Can you lot...
You.
But I went...
Well.
And not...
Thank you for bringing...
Oh, no. It was a pleasure.
You... One of the... A few of us.
Yes.
Well, that meant... So... It's a pity nothing but the foundations were left standing. A whole storehouse made of stone would make it a lot easier to keep our supplies in good nick.
Thanks for bringing me to anyway.
This is all we have. This is all we can pay.
Hey, we can use that.
This is all we can pay.
Anything else?
This is all we can pay.
Hey, we can use that.
This is all we can pay.
Anything else?
This is all we can pay.
Anything else? Hey, we can use that. Anything else?
This is all we can pay.
Well, if you're sure you need it. Here you are. That's not enough. I will have to charge you.
This is all we can pay.
Hey, we can use that.
This is all we can pay.
Anything else? Well, if you're sure you need it.
What do you think the tributary sees and knows outside?
How long do you think this bridge has been?
Suddenly, there were curls everywhere I looked.
Mm.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
Hmm.
That's better.
Hmm.
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother, did you have to ask?
Hmm.
Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
I hate tomberries. Hmm.
I can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Might I inquire about the ray of light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea.
Hmm?
And Dwalius by his people.
God damn it.
Better already.
Hmm.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
Hmm?
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walyus's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
Oof.
There. Up ahead. Down in the center. Follow me.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallace's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight. Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong. He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Is that Leviathan?
No, just an egg. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, look. It has friends. Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right. So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity.
This tapestry
is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own mother crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Ver, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
The Ver is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
Another side quest over here.
No sign of the child.
You don't think
I can't.
Just try to breathe.
Is everything...
And this is...
But...
This and...
I...
You can. Don't worry. All in it. Stop the truck. So while you talk to that, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
Leave me be. Let me go. Let me go.
Yeah.
I see. It's not that I know. Suppose we just need it.
Hmm.
She showed them the surge. But what if the...
Hmm.
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
I spoke with...
No, let's pick but
you mean... Oh, there's a...
Hmm. Let's see what we got over here.
My lord, may I... Put the...
And your...
Put it...
Thank you, Miller.
Hmm. Well, I mean, this is kind of a little bit closer anyway. So,
If we pick too
well,
many
we
of the
might as
flowers, there
well.
won't be enough.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
A bottle. Breath of the Arbor. Perfume from Sunbrag. Looks expensive, too.
Hmm.
Who's there? Stop!
Hmm.
No! No! Hang on! I'm coming!
Don't eat me! I'll give you gut rot, I swear!
Stand back. I'll handle this.
Stay down!
I'm more than all right. I'm saved! Oh, I could kiss you!
Maybe you should introduce yourself first.
Yeah.
Hervey! I knew it was you. What are you doing here?
I came to see you. Oh, my little canary, it's been so long.
Thank you for saving him and sparing him.
Who is he?
Hervey, one of many clients from my employment beyond the wall.
One of many clients? We spoke every night of our plans together. Whispered songs of love into each other's ears. And then you upped and vanished without so much as a word.
I left you a note, didn't I? I told you I was sorry, but that we could never be together. That I could never abandon my family. And I told you not to look for me. How did you even find this place, anyway?
The flame of your love was as a beacon in the night that guided me to you.
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast near Northreach when I saw a lady who looked like you. Eyes like the ocean. Hair like the driven snow. The next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and sailing out towards the wave. So I, borrowed the nearest boat and started rowing.
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, found a knows how many leagues across the bay, simply because you saw a woman with white hair.
And as I did, the skies changed from a dull and hopeless grey to a bright and benevolent blue. That was when I knew for certain that my little canary was close.
Oh, why did you come? You should have forgotten me, as I tried to forget you. I cannot leave my people, Hervey. And now that you know about this place, neither can you. We must return to Haven and accept my family's judgment.
I'm to meet your family. Oh, my little canary.
Please, come and see me later. You did as I asked, and you must be rewarded for it. But first, follow me, Hervey.
To the end of the world and beyond.
You should never have found this place. How could I be so careless?
Don't blame yourself. I doubt anything could have kept that man away. There's nothing you...
When I also put up.
What will happen? Nice.
Yeah, Miller, this was out of...
No sign of the child.
You don't think he's...
Yes? There.
Till next time, then.
This is all we have. Hey, we can use that. This is all we can pay. Anything else? Hey, we can use that. This is all we can pay. Very well.
Bastard things. Tore the fish right out. Oh, I never should have let him go alone. Ty, take me one of my... You... Hey, how would you help? You know, shoot. Right, if... he's the...
All right. Right. One came by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Hail, stranger. Are you and if I... You...
You one of the out? Still, I'll need... Leave me be.
Before, we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is, then. Well, here's the cairn. But no sign of to the river. Who have we here? I'm looking for a man.
Huh?
What do you... Maybe. Must be the bridge the hunter was talking about.
Hmm.
I needed that.
Stay away, damn you!
Hold on!
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the tributary's guest. And you must be Nassef.
I am? But how do you know that?
Your friend Katav asked me to look for you when you didn't return.
Ah, I'm sorry. I was so focused on attuning the cairn I didn't see those creatures coming till it was too late.
How exactly do they work?
Oh, there are crystals inside. They're what keeps the glamour going. Should the ether cease to flow through too many of them, our shroud would quickly unravel. It's my job to make sure that doesn't happen.
And an important job it is. But you'll struggle to do it if you're dead. You need to take more care.
Yeah, no arguments there. The truth is, me and Katav usually work together, watching each other's backs like. But when we heard outsiders were coming, we split up to get the job done faster, so things will be perfect for your arrival. I know.
So you found him then?
Not before the local fauna did. My arrival seemed to put them off their dinner.
Mustn't have been hungry after all. Expect you'll be wanting someone to escort you back to the village then, Nassef. Woods are full of nasties today.
When you're next in Haven, be sure to come and see us. You saved my life. It's only right I repay you.
If you insist. Take care now.
Hmm. Shit. Hmm.
I thought I'd lost you. But you saw to it that I was found. Thank you. Nasev told me everything. If you hadn't got there when you did... Oh, it doesn't bear thinking about.
What that matters is that you're safe. Far be it from me to tell you how to do your jobs, but don't go alone again.
Or if we have to, maybe we should think about casting the glamour on ourselves to keep the wildlife from spotting us.
Ow.
It'd take its toll, of course, but it'd beat letting the cairns fall and having to weave the entire spell from scratch. Imagine if we had to do that.
I'd rather not. Would only succeed in adding 2 new piles of stone to the collection.
Damn it.
Your bearers.
Hmm.
That we are, thank the tides. The others can't attune to the crystals in the cairns the same way we can. Reckon this place would be doomed without us.
So, you do this work for the good of your people? Not because...
We're forced to. No. From what I've heard of the way things work on the outside, we were truly blessed that our rain fell here in Mysidia. Our people are few enough as it is. If we started turning on each other, kin against kin, over nothing but a stupid accident of birth, our days would be numbered.
They would.
Anyway, all's well that ends well, eh? Thanks to you, both of us lived to keep this place hidden another day.
Gotcha. Hmm. And the thing is, this thing is a pain in my ass. Hmm. Trying to put a battery in my pocket watch, and the damn thing wouldn't come off. There we go. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. There. And then there we go. Nice. Hmm. Oh shit.
And once everyone left me in peace.
Hmm.
can spare now. You want a bed for the night? You speak to Martha. Aye, she's very well. Oh, reckon. We certainly do. Northwich, then. Wouldn't want to keep Anders' father waiting.
Then over to Northreach. Wait.
And what can I do for you? You've a keen eye. An excellent choice. You've a keen eye. I do like a customer who knows what he wants. An excellent choice. You've a keen eye. I do like a customer who knows what he wants. You've a keen eye. An excellent choice. I'll be here if you need me.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Those things didn't fight like men.
Ah! And this... Thank you kindly.
Well, we made it.
No.
No.
Any.
Thank
Nice.
If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark.
Ah, great.
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual. Sorry to disturb you.
Damn tomboy Ernie's. Fucking hate Tomberries.
A silver chain. I doubt the Tomberries made it. This must...
Hmm.
One
To our defense.
does
No.
your when we did they ever no.
Come.
Or
Thank.
Aye. We call it an adder stone. If you find an...
Oh yeah.
Reckon my steel's just as good as any. A good tide to you.
Hmm.
Wash it off, Clive. I'll take care of that. Live to fight another day.
Better already.
There's a large gate up ahead, and beyond it, a cluster of ancient ruins. The temple, or the Heir of Hours as my people call it, can only be reached by passing through them. forest is crawling with life, most of it hungry, which is why we make sure this gate stays shut.
And why you carry that impressive-looking axe, I presume.
Noticed her, have you?
The temple is up there.
Don't worry. Those cliffs aren't the only way to the top.
This is the mineral Pavat was talking about. The one that rings out like a bell.
Hmm.
Are these the ruins?
Yes. As far as we can tell, they're part of the same complex as the temple itself.
To think of all the people who must once have lived here.
Careful.
It's over. Waken wind!
Hmm. See if there's anything else over here.
Farewell.
Is that beast ringing? Seems like it isn't only Haven's blacksmith that has an appetite for these things.
Hmm.
These remind me of home.
You're from the north, then?
Yes. And no.
Awaken!
This will be easy. Nice try. That's better.
A little rusty, are we? And fast. Off, play.
All yours, Torgal.
I needed that. That's better.
All yours, Torgal. All yours, Torgal. Now, Torgal.
Whew. Hmm. Yeah.
Do you see that cave up ahead? Whoever lived here carved a flight of stairs into the stone within.
A way to the top.
And whatever it is that awaits us there.
Oh, ceaseless rill, guide.
This is all we have. Well, if you're sure you need it. Very well.
Go back here for a moment because I'm thinking we probably got some stuff we can get.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you. All done? Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Off you go then.
How are you doing? Quick look. Always something in there.
Oh, went the wrong way.
What will it be today? Allow me to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
It's him, I tell you. The Crown Prince of Sambrek. Oh, I suppose he's not here.
The
I was wondering when next you'd visit. What subject shall we consider today?
Hmm. Well.
There. The temple the time forgot.
Well, then maybe it should remember it.
And the Varys inside?
Yes. You can see the spell's path from
Sorry.
the nave.
What is it?
I don't know. It's probably nothing.
Yeah.
Forgive me,
Well.
but why build?
Hmm. I think that is gonna do it, guys, for this episode of Final Fantasy 16, The Rising Tide. I will see you guys again here in a moment for another episode of Persona 3 Reload. Excuse me. But as always, remember, stay safe, stay dangerous. Love you guys. Later.